Welcome back, everyone. My name is Elton and we're going to be continuing our Let's Play of Rogue Trader. Where we looked up last time, we had just finished up our stuff on Footfall, and we are now headed out into the universe at large. I am going to go, I think, explore a world. So there's a few places we can go. We can go to Drusus's Blessing, which I'm guessing is a Adeptus Mechanicus ship. We can go to the Dead World, which we've already explored, but apparently we can put like a mining thing on it. We can go to the Altar Templum Calixis X17. I think we're just going to head this way. Let's go to the ship first. Drusus's Blessing. Lord Captain, we have the flagship Drusus's Blessing with a small escort dead ahead. They are requesting direct Vox channel, patching you through. The Vox channel clicks, and after a brief pause, a dry, low voice hails you. Greetings, Lord Captain. I am honored to speak with the rogue trader of House von Valencius. May your name be known throughout the ages. Chartist Captain Asterius Thorfast, bearer of a free charter of the merchant fleet. How may I be of assistance? What's your squadron doing here? We develop supply routes for the Chartists. You see, my ship is a representative of the merchant fleet in this part of Imperium territory. Yet we do not have a fixed charter-defined trade route. Our mission is to establish business contacts with voidfarers in need of regular ship repairs and those who are interested in specialized goods. Yes, I would like to take a look at the stuff. So we don't have much in the way of reputation with the Imperial Navy. That said, we could probably get some reputation with them. What do they like? They like trophies. Just straight up trophies. We have some trophies on us. We have a few Void Pirate trophies, but nothing else. Okay. So we don't have anywhere near enough to buff up our reputation with them, but we can look at some of the things that we have available. So we can get a different auger array. Provides the void ship weapons with targeting data, granting 90% hit chance and 5% crit chance, so it's a bit better than what we currently have. There's a Jovian Pattern Class 1 drive, which is slightly better than our current drive by 2 speed. We can get plasma torpedo tubes instead of our normal ones. It looks like they're the same as the ones we have. We have Voss pattern torpedo tubes. We also have a Mizoa lance weapon already. What about a glimmer pattern void shield array? We already have a better void shield. This one's 70 points protection for each sector. The amount is doubled against enemy blast attacks, so it is actually in a way better if we're dealing with blast weapons. There's a Mars pattern prow battery, short range prow mounted macro cannons. 4 shots, 14 damage each. It replaces the lance weapon more or less. So nothing we really need, honestly, out of those things. Eventually, like a repulsor shield would probably be good. Or the ceramite void ship plating gives a little more damage resistance. Eventually, we're going to have to get some of that. Alright, well, anything else going on here? I would like to know more about the merchant fleet's operations in the Cronus Expanse. For the most part, all the Expanse has is fleets of different organizations and small flotillas of merchant ships. Uninterrupted communication between worlds is a matter of life and death for many outposts of humanity. So even in this dark corner of the Imperium, there are Chartists and ships assigned to the various Adeptus. Alas, the Expanse has next to no stable trade routes, so the job can be precarious at times. Then again, no one is more intimately familiar with the hardships of local commerce than a rogue trader. Where do you get your components from? Are you asking me to disclose our suppliers to you? Thorfest laughs airily. Well, frankly, they come from both everywhere and nowhere. We get our wares either from lucky voidsmen who stumble upon an abandoned or dilapidated ship somewhere in a neighboring system, or from unlucky ones whose sorry tub arrives on Footfall in such a state that it's easier to take her apart than restore her. Over and out. Let's go to the Altar Templum Calixis X17. Lord Captain, the station's airlocks have been sealed from the outside, or the inside. A Fox recording is stating that the priesthood of the Altar Templum Calixis X17 Sanctuary have no desire to communicate with the laity and are refusing to access to guests on the basis of the Adeptus Mechanicus' privilege of inviolability, granting them sole jurisdiction over secret sites. Okay, so they're not letting us on. There's a dead world here. What happens if we use Extractium on a world like this? Let's save and see what happens. I am curious, but I also don't want to waste one of these. How do we put one on the world? Oh, it has no resources. Okay, I see. So, there's nowhere else to go. How do we get out of a system? Map of the Crow's Expanse. That's what we're looking for here. Or does that take us to our bridge? Nope, that gives us the expanse. Alright, where are we? Warp routes. We can pick places and then chart new routes. Okay, we'll figure that out. Where are we currently? So that's where we are at the moment. We can go here. We can't go there, apparently. We can go there. That's Kava Gamma, it looks like. This is Janus, the aggro world. And what else we got going on? Okay, so that's administrative stuff. Okay, so there's Janus, the core world, and then the industrial one. Which one should we go to first? That is a good question. Sorry about that, I just had to cough really briefly. I think we're going to go... Alright. So we said each world is equally important. Usually Owlcat doesn't put too many time limits on things, so I'm going to go do our core world first. I think we're going to go Dargonis, then to Janus, and then to Kava Gamma. I think that's going to be our goal. So how do I go to a place? Scan is required. Should I have read? Oh, it turned it. There we go. You turned a new path through the warp from one system to another. Cool. Alright, now we chart the course. Apparently. Everyone says it's deadly. Let's take the dangerous route, I don't care. There's like a million places to stop all around. Alright, let's go. We'll go explore all those things later. Another watch aboard the void ship has come to an end. The Lord Captain, having given his final orders for the day, retired to his chambers for some divine rest. However, the rogue trader's slumber was disturbed by horrific nightmares plaguing his mind. Fate wrenched the Lord Captain out of the clutches of these agonizing warp dreams, only for him to witness the nightmares seeping through the flimsy membrane of the Geller field, taking physical shape in the ship's sanctorum. To battle. I'm not worried about that. Maybe I should have been. Maybe I should have taken a more safe route. No regrets. Wait, where am I going?
I'll lay claim to the stars. Take a knee.
Okay, so there are possessed technomats in here.
And repent!
And some demonettes. Am I on my own for this whole fight? Get my characters in position. I have one character. This is going to be a really interesting thing. Okay, let's go start back here. Is there better cover anywhere? Not really. Kind of. Maybe around the corner here would be a little bit better, but I think here's fine. We're going to blow that guy up. I'm not too concerned about this whole thing. I don't really want to be out of cover, but I do want to hit that guy. We can't really see him from where we're standing. We can't voice command ourselves, can we? No. That sucks. Okay, well... Do we duck over here and just shoot him? We might be able to hit him from there. Or we can go over here. How far away are most people? Pretty far, but we don't want to be not in cover. We'll get hit pretty hard, probably. That does give something. You know what? Let's try here. It's not the best spot. We'll see what it does for us. That guy will die, probably.
Nothing of value has been lost.
One guy dead. And then we do nothing. Next turn.
Embrace excess. Spurn monopoly.
Those guys are pretty fast. There's a lot of people coming from this side.
Give in to sensation.
Lots
Emperor,
of
protect me. I can't stand it.
demonettes, which is a little worrying.
Emperor, protect me.
We definitely should get back to cover.
I can handle this.
These guys should all group up, hopefully, when they come around the
whatever.
corner, then we can
Protect
blow
me.
them all up in one go. That would be really easy.
Quick,
to do.
For
quick!
now.
Oh, good, people are coming in. So Abelard has decided to join us. He can probably kill a bunch of things. He could run in there and cleave. And then do all of his defensive stuff. That's not a good cleave point.
My
I'll take
place
the
is at
AOO.
the fort.
That was dumb. There we go. That's better. I'll kill both of those.
Like one fewer target.
And then we defense. We'll endure. Defensive stance. Brace for impact. That should keep him alive basically for the whole fight. Okay, you need to get to some actual cover. There's a demon that's gonna hit us. It's gonna suck. How long does this last for until the next turn? You know what, we might as well just keep going with some buffs. That is not going to kill her. 1 damage? That was terrible.
Let's see how they respond to this.
The veil degradation's real bad. This is going to hurt. So we parried, or ablation apparently.
Just a minor setback.
0 damage. 17 damage, that's an intense amount of damage.
Protect me.
Look
This
out.
way.
Wow, that was a terrible round.
Don't touch me.
They parried, we parried.
Emperor, protect me.
Emperor, protect me.
The veil weakening is not ideal.
Brace yourself.
Round 3, who else is coming in? Idira's coming in to take some shots for us. Good. Let's get... Mark that target. We'll do
Victory
our
is imminent.
engage, of course. We'll do taunting scream. Not that we need to, I don't think. Let's just attack. They have high parry. Like, really high parry. Oh well. Let's do Word of the Emperor here. Even though the Veil is really bad, maybe we shouldn't. Let's do Hunt to Prey. Expose weakness. Analyze enemies.
Was that you? Or
We could do Forewarning, or we could do Psychic Scream, but I think we want to try and not kill ourselves
Anything else?
by playing with the Veil too much. We did hit her for 28. That was a pretty good amount of damage. Okay, our main character is kind of screwed at the moment, but yeah, we'll try and keep him alive. Definitely need to at least give ourselves the resolve, not the shield. We don't have any more AP. That's bad. Can't even run, so we might as well do the
Nothing
shield
I
then.
can't do.
And we can try and run, I guess. It's kind of pointless. We're gonna take a ton of damage. We might actually die in the main character here.
I'll live
0
another
damage.
day.
That was straight up grenade. We dodged. Nice.
I'll do what it takes. That's gotta hurt.
The deer is gonna die. She took a whole bunch of damage. That blood just took a pretty good chunk as well.
Emperor, protect me.
We're dodging everything. That's kind of good. Who's next coming in? Argenta. Great. Slowly people are filtering in, and that is helpful. Let's get her to come in and shoot everything in that vicinity over there. Let's do that. We can also do double shots on it. Actually, how far can we go? I might just go there and just shoot out there. Not the worst. Okay. And next turn, Abelard. Can you... I need you actually like kill something here, so let's try and
It will be done.
And of course they parried. Let's get a taunting scream out at least. Or, alternatively, we can do another sworn enemy. I should have done that first, but... if we take another turn with him, we won't be able to use our main character twice, and I think that's probably a better goal. Okay, we already have hunting on that one, I think, unless it's already worn off. Oh, we got hunt down the prey on. Or that's how many times we can use it. Okay, let's just try and kill it. Really? How is this going so poorly? Alright, main character. You have no AP. Why don't you have any AP? Can't do it on himself. I guess we could use this one, though. It's not gonna... it might kill them. It's possible to kill them.
You didn't stand a chance.
Did sort of work. Why aren't we able to... or Revelation... oh, reach Demonet nearby, all creatures gain negative AP. That's brutal. That is a brutal debuff. Okay, well, there's not much we can do other than that this turn. But maybe next turn we'll be able to, if he's still alive. We dodged, luckily. Unfortunately, Argenta's main is front and center now, so... not going well for her. Okay, that's fine. A little extra damage there. The Rabble are shooting at us. We're dodging pretty well. They're all moving in. That's good. That was kind of lucky.
Don't touch me.
Argenta's taking some shots. We really need to kill that Demonette, and we are not hitting him well. Who's next coming in? 2 more people are coming in. Oh, good. Finally, Cassia. Cassia will save us. Move her to here. I don't care if she takes an AOL.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
That solves a lot of our problems. Okay. You can do it twice in a row now, by the way. We got a... I changed up her build a little bit.
I am a navigator.
Take the AOO.
Servitor. You don't frighten
Okay,
me.
another one's dead. Great. Now, Abelard can probably get into that other fight over there. If we give him another turn.
Follow my lead.
I gave him extra charge distance. So I don't know if he can get all the way there, but he can get pretty close.
It will be done.
Pretty close. Let's do taunt.
Victory is imminent.
Get some of them at least. Get defensive stance, of course. Done his turn. Cassia has also done her turn for now. Argenta. Well, there's still enemies left in this room. I didn't realize that. Oh, we should probably kill them too. That's terrible. Okay. Next turn. Pascal. Might be able to blow one up. He's got pretty decent chance to kill things with his plasma burst. Good enough. Abelard's actual turn now. We're going to go straight into the Demonette because I think that's more important than those two little worms. Oh, we no AOO anyways. Can we actually hit her? Maybe. One Abelard, I believe in you. Oh, good. Finally, we killed one. And I guess just defensive mode. That's fine. And that. Alright, Adira, you need you to come into here and shoot. I guess that guy? Yeah, that's the only guy left alive. You've taken a bit of damage too, and that's fine. We're on the ship anyways.
Be gone.
Dead. Grab your stuff and just
Suits my
pulverize those two maybe.
Opposing me was
That'll
your
do it.
biggest mistake.
That's fine. And the fight's over. Let's just go straight to Abelard's turn.
I took care of
Annihilate
this
that guy, and that is the end of the fight. Tougher fight than I thought it was going to be, though, for real. Wonder who else would have come in next round. Maybe. Oh, I guess that was it. That was our group. Technically. Can you tell me the Demonettes didn't have any loot on them? That's just
Follow my
disappointing.
lead.
Very disappointing. I guess they're just demons, so you never know if they're gonna have a loot or not. But I guess we can leave now. We have successfully repelled the attack. I wonder if that gave us experience. Probably. Are we there? I guess we are. Let's visit the system. So that little attack was our trip there, and we could have chosen easier stuff if we spent more time or something. Lord Captain, Master Helmsman on the line. I can report that the quest for the capital world of the Von Valencias dynasty is finally at an end. Dargonis is straight ahead. We received countless greetings. Your subjects would like to know when their master will be arriving. The merchant captains, taking refuge in the orbital docks of Dargonis, race to send you priceless welcoming gifts, hoping to buy your favor and make an impression on the rogue trader. Tell Dargonis the rogue trader is coming home. It will be done, Captain. After the connection to the Master Helmsman is cut, the device crackles with Heinrich's voice. Lord Captain, I'd be pleased to accompany you during your visit to Dargonis, so I can personally introduce Achilles Scalander, a servant of the Golden Throne who previously attended Lady Theodora on Dargonis. I'm counting on your benevolence. The Voxcast ends with a click. Okay, well, we're here. Let's go take a look at whatever this is, first of all. Scanning away. Tie the grade. Undetermined. There is Phlogiston. The planets in the Cronus Expanse are teeming with valuable resources. Before these resources can be harvested, an extractium needs to be set up. Scan the planet, then select the icon of the resource you're interested in and deploy extractium. Confirm your choice. You can see how many extractiums you have at the moment on the screen. They are required to develop colonies and complete contracts. You can also use them to trade. More contracts give you profit factor, filling a certain amount of resources. Okay, well, there's at least Phlogiston. I'm gonna take a look at this other world first. That's Phlogiston's world, apparently. What's this world got? Going for it. It's got nothing. Okay. There's another one over here. We'll take a quick look at that one too. I might take the Phlogiston first. It seems like they're relatively rare for resources. From my limited experience, Phlogiston is rare. No resources there. Okay, let's set up the extractium on this world. We'll get some Phlogiston going at least. Seems like some sort of resource that we need at the top anyways. So there we go. We have an extractium for Phlogiston. I don't know how long it takes to get them. There's an Adeptus Mechanicus ship in orbit. Let's take a look at that first before we land on the planet. Lord Captain, a transport shuttle bearing the markings of the Adeptus Mechanicus is approaching the ship. Magos Tarzus delegation intends to board our ship and gain an audience with your lordship. This is exactly how they phrased it. He intends, not humbly requests. Many of my tech comrades neglect diplomacy when interacting with the laity. It's regrettable. Punish them for their disrespect by letting them dock at the furthest and most dilapidated airlock so it takes them an eternity to traverse the ship. A most humane punishment, your lordship. Requesting permission to be present at the audience granted to my tech comrades. That's fine, yeah, you can come along, I don't care. We're gonna drop our Gent and take Jai, and actually we might as well grab Heinrichs as well. I might change his build a little bit before we actually go to the surface, but he wants to come with us to the surface, so we kind of need to bring him along, and we might as well. And our Gent is going to leave our group. Adira's not going to leave our group, but at the same time, I want to try Jai, or Jay, or however you pronounce her name. Okay. Oh, it's Opticon 22. We know them. A group dressed in the crimson of the priesthood of Mars walks towards you. Their gazes are fixed on Pascal. You know that the group is not monolithic. Some of its members are more heavily armed and follow a large tech priest clad in battle armor. Others keep a respectful distance and cast inquiring looks at their leader, whose hunched posture belies his tall frame. Despite the hood hiding his face, you recognize him as Opticon 22, whom you encountered on Footfall. The enormous tech priest points his hand to Pascal and lets out a booming roar not unlike a factory alarm. It makes your very bones vibrate. Herald servo skulls marked with the emblem of the cog follow in his wake. They blare shrilly, "Thou shalt not suffer a heretic in thy forge, for rust begets rust. Pascal Hanuman, in the name of the Adeptus Mechanicus, you are under arrest." The hunched servant of the Omnissiah turns to you, diplomacy mode engaged. Announcement: the Adeptus Mechanicus offer their apologies. Would like to inform you of the necessity of conducting an operation to detain, arrest, terminate a faulty unit on the rogue trader's territory. Let's study the two priests of Mars. You identify the rare armor the enormous tech priest is wearing as a Secutor's plated mechanized suit. It carries the imprints of many battles and has markings that announce its status as a relic. Some of the armor's damage looks fairly severe to the point of endangering its operation. The slivers of flesh revealed under the steel are marked with terrible chemical burns. Every now and then, convulsions shake the tech priest's body and a painful sounding hiss comes from his vox. The tall tech priest who spoke to you looks more peaceful and makes the point of not drawing his weapon. There's an air of concern about the way he frequently glances over at his fellow, scrutinizing his condition. On what charge are you trying to arrest a member of my retinue? The heretic is accused of stealing personal identification codes, spreading tech heresy on the world of Kiavagama, and making an attempt on the life of a servant of the Omnissiah. The deafening roar from the tech priest's vox makes you grimace in pain. You touch your ear and nose blood on your fingers. The faulty unit will be removed. In the name of the Omnissiah, I condemn you. Lightning flashes across the warrior's armor. Agony resounds in the blare of his vox alarm. In contrast, Pascal speaks quietly and coldly. You are malfunctioning, tech comrade. I deem your logical conclusions questionable. The statement is false. Tech brother Tarzus Hanuman is willingly undergoing holy torment deterioration, which, however, does not critically affect his cognitive capacity for data analysis. Unit calling himself Pascal Hanuman, we have information that implicates you. Having learned that you are a member of the retinue, a maintenance specialist in the service of rogue trader von Valencius, we have come here with the goal of meeting, intercepting you, and engaging you in combat. Grimace. Does the big fellow have to roar? Negative. Upon completing his sanctified procedure, tech brother Tarzus vowed modified his engrammatic, augments algorithms in order to never desecrate, sully, tarnish his mouth, box cognitive process with flesh speak. The servo skull screech. Mine is pure and binharic tongue that preserves only what is true and shuns scrap data. Are you saying this bloodthirsty Hulk is a saint? That statement is true. Brother Tarzus has the honor of wearing authorization to wear the sacred battle harness that belonged to Magos militant Ospector Gracchus, one of the first champions of the faithful, holy scouts to join the cause of conquering the Cronus Expanse. After his death, the termination of his vital functions at the hands of Xenos, his damaged Goliath-class armor is preserved and given the status of relic. The Adeptus Mechanicus regard this act as voluntary martyrdom, self-destruction for the glory of the Deus Machinus. This battle harness is classified as Cogni armor. The machine spirit living in it is strong and wise, but it took major damage in the course of Magos Gracchus' last battle. Besides sacred litanies and imperatives of service to the Omnissiah, the armor broadcasts a continuous signal of suffering and agony into tech brother Tarzus' mind. I'm going to point to the servant of the Omnissiah. Do you have proof that this tech priest is who he claims to be? Confirmed. According to archive entry 1E99237, Magos explorer Tarzus Hanuman served on, maintained the ship identifier classified in the capacity of reliquary caretaker. He sustained extensive damage to both the organic and sacred part of his body in a series of sacrilegious breaches of the right of operation or an assassination attempt. Owing to a statistically fortunate coincidence, by the Omnissiah's grace, enough of his operational capacity was preserved for him to don a Goliath model sacred battle harness, which would preserve his vital functionality. Archive entry personally data sealed by the captain of the identifier classified. The sound from the tech priest's vox is like the moan of bending steel beams. A servo skull declares, "For vengeance I thirst, as I tread the path of vengeance, following a blasphemous miscreant's bloody tracks." Analysis of the security system showed that the assassins heretics infiltrated the reliquary using Tech Brother Tarsus' unique identification code. Somebody had stolen or duplicated Brother Tarsus' identity, which is a grade 3 transgression. And the unit making the allegedly criminal claim of being Pascal Hanumans known to have previously used entered the stolen code. Wait a minute, what's happening on Kieva Gamma? That planet belongs to me. According to Vox Interception, the planet's fabricator sensor made incorrect blasphemous modifications to Manufactorum working procedures, which qualifies as a lapse into sacrilege. The Adeptus Mechanicus are hereby officially notifying House von Valencius of having commenced an investigation and operation to remove fabricator sensor Cubus Delphim. Estimated time to procedure completion, 3.7 solar years. Our data suggests that the unit, which used the Magos Explorator Hanuman's identification code, performed an unauthorized upgrade on the planetary's Vox array and introduced data deemed to be scrap code into its operation. This fact points to the unit's criminal complicity with the heretic Cubus Delphim. Pascal, what you got to say about this? I deny these charges. I never plotted against my tech comrades. My cognitive purity vows were never distorted. My unique identification code was never stolen. I am the true Magos Explorator Hanuman, and I am not guilty. The tech priest's deep guttural roar blends with the servo skull's high-pitched whine. False witness. I'm not handing Pascal over to you unless I see evidence. Let's get to the bottom of this together. Request approved. Ready to work in cooperative mode. Tarsus gives you a haughty look and lets out a howl of wrath. Archiving. Tech Brother Tarsus opposes lay participation in the investigation search for the truth. Unit Opticon 22 advises in favor of the House von Valencius representative's participation request. I insist on a joint investigation. Arresting a rogue trader's retinue member without any justification stands in breach of the law and my privileges under the warrant of trade. Request for cooperation reviewed and accepted. I request Tech Brother Tarsus' consent to the co-participation of representatives of the von Valencius dynasty in the investigation proceedings. A sacrilegious conspiracy. I refuse to help from laypersons. I am a cog of the Deus Mechanicus that grinds down corruption. I will carry out the sentence immediately. Pascal freezes, but green sparks light up in his visor. He extends a hand towards Tarsus and replies in a clanging voice, "Let the cycle be discontinued." You realize Pascal's words are coming from both his own box and Tarsus's. Then every sensor on the executioner's battle harness lights up at once, blindingly, and the wounded armored Leviathan lets out a deafening roar of pain. Attention, priority notification. Service units of the Kappa Thread supply line are unauthorized to confront the rogue trader. Command retreat and reinitiate negotiations. The traders are like, nope, let's get out of here. They're like, we aren't fighting the rogue trader.
I won't heed your cries
But
of
Tarsus
mercy.
doesn't agree, and that is... They have a lot of life. Like a concerning amount of life. And I don't really know how to use... Well, one, we didn't level up Heinrichs, that was my bad. Where is our last character? Where's Ray? Or Jay. Why do I keep calling her Ray? She's not even in this fight. Oh, she is. Okay. We just didn't click on her. I'm going to move her up a bit to here. Pascal is going to go here to cover Abelard. I want you to tank Tarsus, I guess. It's going to be an interesting moment for you. I want you to go somewhere in cover as well. Like over there is fine, probably. Cassia, you get first turn, so go here and we'll blast through some of them, hopefully. I'm going to put you dead center in front. I don't want anyone walking past him. What's his turn order? He's pretty good. They're all pretty good, actually. Move up a little bit. And, oh right, Heinrichs. Heinrichs, I'm a little worried because I didn't level you up and I don't really have a good idea of your build at the moment, but that's okay. You know what, it's be fine. Okay, so let's set up a front line, first of all. Then we'll set up a back line over here. We'll set up a rear line back here. Although I don't think she's going to be sending it. She may move up a bit. Okay. I could give our character some willpower and toughness, which could be useful. Yeah, let's do that. And then I'm also going to give him resolve. Okay, out of range. That's fine. Let's give voice of command to Abelard. And then we have our blast, of course, and we'll just do that.
If I may.
Lidless stare, pretty decent amount of damage. They're all on fire now too, because her attacks deal fire damage. Am I in range for this? No, so we need to move up. We'll move up to here. That's fine. I should have started there, but it doesn't really make a difference. Give ourselves some resolve. I'll give Cassia the resolve over Heinrichs, I think. Word of the Emperor, shield everyone. We're gonna blast right there.
Nothing I can't do.
Decent amount of damage. Not super good. Can we voice command him again? No. We'll voice command J. Try that out. Done. She gets to move up. Now she has barrage attacks, toxic burst, and pistol burst. I can shoot from here, but I think if we burst fire, we'll hit our own people, which is not ideal. What if I move here? You can move pretty far. You can also move there. That might be the better place to move. I might accidentally mow down our cover, but we'll see. Alright. So... ignores cover and I'll double the effective distance. If the target's under the effective voice command, attack will ignore the dodge. Okay. She is not... oh, she is under that. Never mind, let's take aim. Oh, take aim is something... I see. Okay. Let's just try this out and see what happens then. Let's try the toxic one. Not the worst amount of damage. Let's take a second shot. The other gun. Decent amount of damage. Okay, good enough. Those ones are burning a little bit. Abelard gets to be part of the fight now. I'm going to move up to here. He's going to go toe-to-toe with Tarzus. We are going to, first of all, endure. We're going to do all the defensive buffs we need. Let's get
I will
that.
do my duty.
Sworn enemy on him. We'll get defensive stance and then we'll attack. Decent damage, and we'll also, of course, use brace for impact. Okay, Heinrichs' turn. Heinrichs does have an auto pistol, but that's not very good. We could charge with him, and I think that's probably the better idea, but who do we charge is the question. We could charge into here from Tarzus' side, and then attack him or the Servitor. He is an assassin, which is good. What if we move here, and then do an assassin thing? Okay, aim for the opening on that guy. Charge in. 24 damage is pretty good. We only have 1 AP left. I'm going to use Endure because I think that's going to be more important than another attack right now. Pascal's turn. Okay, good. Move up to cover, I guess.
Activate calculated fury algorithm.
And then we'll just do this. Basically everyone can be hit by that. Hit him with that.
Running binary override.
Machine Spirit Banishment. And then we don't have a blast ability, but we can shoot him. Didn't kill the other one, but did a little bit of damage. I should have put Hunt on them. That was my bad. Okay, next. So Cassia's turn. She can blast most
Me?
of them.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Put the list there, and then do it again.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? Try to die with grace, at least.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's make people move into this area. Split stratagem. Main character's time. Let's give everyone some resolve. And of course give ourselves some shields. We can actually use 2 of these blasts. We could just blow up some people. Just 2 technomats left. Okay, next turn. Jay, what are you going to do this turn? Let's give Pascal take aim.
You've got a problem? I've got a price.
We'll also give him voice command. How many stacks of tactical advantage does she have? Not the most right now. That's okay. We do have one. Let's do one attack. Let's do the toxic burst on, I guess, that guy. That was some damage, I guess. Let's give Abelard another turn as well. Let's give him Endure. And attack. 45 damage is pretty solid. Okay. And stay there. Yeah. Okay, Abelard's actual turn. Does he still have... Is it still at the beginning of his turn? Yes. So Endure was actually not the best thing to have done, but that's fine. Defensive stance. And just attack again. Just keep beating this man to death. Oh, I should have marked him. Oh well, let's sworn enemy him anyways. Done. Heinrich's turn. Probably gonna go fight that one over there.
Get me a target.
Let's give him an iron arm. And we could do breakthrough as slash. Also aim for the opening. Let's do it. Let's do a big attack.
I'm done with this
Psychic Force. It did really buff up our Veil problems, but that's okay. Okay. Does a lot of damage, actually. This Machine Spirit thing. We can just shoot him. I think that'll kill him.
Request approved. Insignificant value.
That guy is dead. And we just have one guy left. Just this guy alive. Start blasting him again. 16. 21-ish damage.
No! These ruby flashes are choking me!
We're having a little phenomenon problem, I think. Let's just use this on Abelard. He can probably finish this fight. We should have given it to our main character, actually, but oh well. This should be over right now. Or one more
It will
attack.
be done. One
There we go.
fewer target.
Problem solved. Opticon 22, what up? Requesting cessation of hostilities. I am sorry that I had to kill a comrade. I also regret to have negative assessment of this event. The Adeptus Mechanicus still accuse the unit identifying itself as Pascal Huneman of criminal theft of a unique identification code Unlike Tech Brother Tarsus, I'm not authorized to immediately execute the unit, but neither am I authorized to drop the inquiry. There are no apostates among us. That's not entirely true. The piercing voice from the Vox synth is more overwhelming than Tarsus' thunderous roar. Tech Brother Tarsus and the machine spirit that lived in his battle harness succumbed to the suffering that beset them. Their judgment was rash and erroneous. Now their torment is over. I declare them martyrs, and I'm requisitioning Tarsus Hanuman's neural augmetic for the purposes of preserving his blessed memory. As astonished tech priests look on, Pascal leans over the slain man's body and extracts the augmetic from his skull. His movements are as precise as they are respectful. Whatever he did, it's working. Just keep going. I should listen in silence. With each word, Pascal's voice grows more powerful and majestic. You saw the agony your tech brother Tarsus was in. His unbridled pain spurred faith intimidated you, yet you were silent. Reverence stopped you from raising your voices to proclaim that the machine spirit with which his mind had merged was morbidly afflicted. The imperative of reverence had paralyzed your will, and you watched a tragedy unfold in silence. The sixth universal law states that comprehension is the true path to knowledge. Yet the procedural cycle has robbed you of your comprehension. Therefore, let the cycle be discontinued. There is a clang as Opticon's knee presses into the floor. Crimson hooded heads are bowed. Let the cycle be discontinued. The radiant light pouring out of Pascal's visor grows dimmer. Static creeps back into his voice. Let the cycle be discontinued, Tep comrades. Pascal, there is one small point I'm not clear on. What just happened? Pascal's Vox synth crackles somewhat tentatively. I decided to sustain my words with an excerpt from one of the blessed Amarnat's sermons on loss of internal and external function, verse 4. My analysis deemed it appropriate. What is the reason for this act of genuflection? It has been a long time since the words of the Messiah of Discontinuing were last spoken, openly, over public communication bans. We respectfully welcome wisdom's return. So he is not forgotten, after all. The Messiah of Discontinuing, is that who you refer to Amarnat? Following Archmage's Amarnat's partial lycisation, removal of chain of command, that was authorship attributed on a series of sermons on discontinuing the cycle that were disseminated across the Cognizance fleet. It was, in fact, a title used by many in times past. Is Amarnat's teaching not heretical? This statement is false, contrary to what many servants of the Omnissiah thought they knew, preferred to believe. The fleet's Supreme Conclave never issued an official statement on that decision. 37% of the Supreme Conclave's members openly supported Archmagos Amarnat's views and disappeared or were removed from the chain of command under circumstances that were classified. The Supreme Conclave has not had a quorum ever since. Do you know where he is now? Data unavailable. No reports have mentioned Archmagos Amarnat since the incident on the Arch Mechanicus Hermetico, which led to the presumed destruction and disappearance of that void ship. My aircraft has no data on the Hermetico incident. The vessel was the blessed Amarnat's base of operations. Is it lost then? Pascal's voice is filled with anxiety. Were you among his followers? Negative. I had no contact with Archmagos Amarnat and was never a member of his flock disciples retinue. However, my analysis of the doctrine he outlined inspired in me a deep respect and trust in him. I presume the conflict between you and Pascal has been resolved. The data received provides a basis for calling the fallen Tech Brothers Tarsus' hypothesis into question. Out of respect for, due to the lack of authorization to indict, the followers of the Messiah of Discontinuing, we will not proceed with the detainment, arrest, or termination. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. Thank you, Tech Brother Opticon 22. Now that the conflict has been resolved, you may remain aboard my ship. Request denied. The Kappa Thread Supply Line delegation is leaving Dargonis and expresses gratitude for the hospitality and ceasefire and proclaims its intent to return to footfall and resume performing its regular functions. The tech priest looks over Pascal as if waiting for something. Pascal's mechadendrite briefly touches the shoulder of Opticon 22, who bows respectfully. Well, that was a bit of a fight. Wasn't expecting that, but yeah, it was pretty interesting. Do we get to loot the body of Tarsus? Yes. It has a Omniscient axe. We don't get the cool relic armor.
A new challenge for me.
I was kind of hoping we get some cool relic armor, to be honest, but that apparently is not what occurred. Now, what is the Omniscient axe, and is it better than the one we're using? Probably not. Looks like it's about the same. In fact, it is exactly the same axe, which is a little disappointing, to be completely fair. It's cool looking, though. I would care more if he actually used, Is there anything else in this area we can explore while we're down here?
It's about
It's not an
time.
area we usually go to. No, it doesn't look like it. This is the Lehman Russ tank and stuff like that, but, okay. Time to go. I think we're going to call the video when we get to the bridge, unless there's any cutscenes. I will maybe re-look at Heinrich's abilities and try and figure out what I want to do with him. I think I built him weirdly. Although it doesn't really matter because we're not going to be using him very much. He will be leaving our party when we go heretical. Almost assuredly. He's an Inquisition person, so... For now, I'll leave you all here. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Others, I'll see you next time. Take care.